Hey there, guys. So today we have another review, and first off, I want to say that I'm doing the review with the mic here. Let me know if there are any audio issues. I'm just trying something out. This is a beer. Onto the beer. This is a beer from Top Cutter. Sorry, not Top Cutter. This is from Bale Brewing Company. This is their Top Cutter IPA. This is from Moxie, Washington, in Yakima Valley. Shout out to Arch Duke's Brew Reviews, by the way, who offered this trade. And so he sent this in because this is one of his favorite beers in the area, I guess. And so yeah, I'll post a link below. And so interesting thing about this brewery is that it is in Yakima Valley, but the brewery is surrounded by a hop farm. The family has been growing, or the people involved in the brewery have, been part of a family of hop farming for a while. And so it's really interesting. I think there's a big difference between wine and beer in the sense that many wineries are, their product, their wine is very much defined by the terroir and the grapes that they're growing at their vineyard and then turning into wine, whereas breweries are just, getting their malts and hops from wherever they can, and it's not very much defined by the specific land that they're growing or brewing the beer on, right? So this is a very much a direct connection from the hops to the beer, which is pretty interesting. And I guess we'll see that in the future, how breweries source their raw materials and everything. That's really interesting. So to the beer, this is a West Coast style IPA, as I looked it up. But you can see it too. Nice kind of deep gold, kind of almost pale amber kind of color. I'd say, yeah, pale amber. Nice and clear, very clear. Let's get the aroma on this. Very nice. Yeah, underlying you get this wonderful like intense dank kind of quality, a little bit of oniony thing. No, more like a resiny kind of thing. But in general, it's a nice kind of like grassy hop quality, hints of like the sweet bready malt, hints of grapefruit, but it's a really nice kind of sweet floral grassy action. A little bit of what is it? Yeah, it's very sweet and floral, and then there's a little bit of like even honeyed kind of breadiness going on. Cheers. Wow, very nice. Yeah, very restrained for West Coast style IPA. Up front follows with that kind of like light kind of pine quality, leaning towards a little bit of grass, this, a delicate kind of floral kind of action. Hits on the mid palate as well. You get this kind of almost like something like a little bit like a floral kind of tea, like chrysanthemum tea kind of thing. Yeah, again, the like tea-like, floral-like kind of action going on. Wow, very nice. Is a yeah, nice pop of like candied sugar sweetness up front, a little bit of breadiness, but then it bitters out quite nicely onto a nice kind of like resiny pine kind of finish. Yeah, it's really delicate drinking. It's really interesting. Usually, I think for West Coast IPAs, for me, they sometimes are very malt forward, or sometimes there's just big flavors on the back of the palate, bittering the beer out. This one is very delicate. ABV on this one? Wow. Doesn't show its ABV. I'll post it below, but really nice. This almost drinks like somewhere in between a West Coast Session IPA and a West Coast IPA, in the sense that it's pulled back very nicely. A very drinkable beer, yeah. Wow. Again, that candy sweetness up front, but then the bitterness cuts it away really nicely, and then you get these wonderful themes of like green flavors, grass, floral action, pine. Not too much citrus going on. Maybe a little bit of like grapefruit peel going on, but really nice stuff. This is extremely drinkable for an IPA. I would have guessed that this was something like a West Coast Pale Ale or something, which is still in the range, so something like that. But wow, extremely drinkable. I could drink multiple cans of this very easily. It's a very balanced beer for days. Wow, really nice. Wow. Very impressed with this one. This one for me is not getting huge points for being insane beer. Not that huge aroma and those huge flavors, but it really is a delicate and refined kind of beer. Right where I want a West Coast IPA. This is where I really see the style shining. Do get a little bit of malt. You do get a little bit of pine. You don't get huge juicy flavors, but that's all fine. It has a nice bitterness. It has good malt quality. It has a little bit of sweetness to balance the beer out. This is where balance is found in West Coast beer. Wow. As for rating, killer stuff. Let's go with the 94 on this one. Yeah. Yeah, if you're a local, you could drink a lot of this. That's really cool. This is great stuff. 94 for me. This is Top Cutter IPA. Color me surprised. Great stuff. Until next time, guys. Cheers. Later.